Our last storyteller of the evening is a fan favorite. I'm so happy to see her. Phoebe Potts, thanks so much for joining us. We love you.
I take things personally because I'm a person, and that's how we take things. Apparently, so does my neighbor. He takes things personally too. I met him for the first time just recently when he came over to introduce himself and to apologize for wanting to kill me. My neighbor and I have lived across the street from each other for 14 years and have only just met. We live on one of the busiest thoroughfares here in Gloucester, all day long. FedEx, UPS, ambulances, police cars, children, nurses, plumbers, all of your heating oil roars up and down Maplewood Avenue, creating this wall of civic and commercial noise that my neighbors and I use as a way to not know each other. But the other night, my neighbor broke through. It was late at night, and I'm sitting in our apartment, which is on the second floor. I'm by an open window, the light is on, and I have my computer open. My neighbor comes out of his house, stands on the stoop, and lit only by the street lamp, looks up at me, and starts shouting. So think Romeo and Juliet, except his Romeo is like a flabby senior citizen, and my Juliet is not looking for love. I'm online looking for a sweater. He starts shouting, and my antennas start twitching because I know exactly what frequency he's on. Because I grew up with people who drink. And I know that people who drink have truths that they need to share. But the problem with people who drink is that they don't always remember these truths. So this is where children like me come in. We are very reliable witnesses because we listen with a vigilance as if our lives depend on it, because oftentimes they do. So he starts shouting, and instinctively, I close the computer, I turn off the light, and I assume the position, crouched down by the open window in the darkness. You look down on us! Totally true. I live on the second floor. I literally look down on him. I look down on all my neighbors. You think you're better than us! Again, completely true. I do think I'm better. I'm not better, but I do think I'm better. And that's because I suffer from a condition known as the illusion of central position. It's because I contracted it very early as a child because I was raised on the corner of whiteness and Judaism and an exquisitely expensive education. So I was told I was special, and I was better, and I was different. And I've since been beaten down by life, but I do occasionally have flare-ups of my symptoms. When I'm doing something righteous, like composting, or voting for the right person, or when I explain to my 11-year-old that the movie he's watching, the superhero movie he's watching, is racist and misogynist and laced with a toxic narrative of American supremacy that was sanctioned in part by the Pentagon. I'm a fun mom. Go back to New York! How does he know I'm Jewish? Biden, Biden, Biden. So you voted for Biden. So now we have Biden. This is true. I did vote for Biden, and he knows this because 8 months ago I had a yard sign that said Biden. But I want to say to him, I don't like him either. He's not my candidate. I see him as just another establishment politician who's not going to give Medicare for all, who's not going to do anything meaningful for the children in cages on the border, who's not erasing my student loans, and who has the same foreign policy as every single one of his predecessors going back to the Monroe Doctrine. He's not my guy. I'm tired. Aren't you tired? I was tired of the other guy. I was tired and I wanted a break. I wanted to go back to that charade that it's all going to come out in the wash if we all just work hard and are kind. You're a cunt. You're nothing but a cunt. I don't want to quibble. I'm not a cunt. I have a cunt. It's really different. He keeps saying it. Cunt, you're nothing but a cunt. You're a cunt, cunt, cunt. And I'm thinking, why is that a bad word? Why are you shouting that at me? What have cunts ever done to you except give you one of the sublime physical experiences of your life? Given you children, given you grandchildren. Everyone you care about or trust is here by grace of a cunt. And while we're at it, who is in charge of the cunt account? Like, who runs the cunt brand? Because they've done a terrible job. I mean, cunts are like the least offensive body part. They're sort of like a Jane Austen character of an organ. Just sort of tucked away, their hands folded in their laps. They don't intrude, they don't trespass. They're almost totally silent except for an occasional furtive sigh. You're not a nice neighbor. You never say hello. Is that true? I think that might be true. I do give his wife a nice big jolly hello and she smiles back, but every time I've seen him, his head is down and he's just in prayer over his cigarettes. I've never said hello to him, and that's terrible because to me, hello, while it might seem like a low bar, is sacrosanct. If you don't say hello to me, I'm not sure I exist. I'm kind of like Siri or Alexa like that. Hello, Phoebe. Yes. I'm here. Hello. I exist. But just as I'm making up my mind to say hello and wave to him the next time I see him, he says, if you tried to say hello to me now, I'd shoot you. I'd just as soon shoot you as say hello to you. No. I might be a selfish, arrogant, leftist, democratic apologist, New York transplant with your least favorite genitalia. But those are not grounds for my execution. No, you don't get to kill me. I sit there in the darkness, he goes back inside, I'm afraid, and I'm thinking, if I should call the cops. And then I think, more guns and more men in the middle of the night is not gonna make me feel more safe. I wait and I wait and I wait and he doesn't come back out. Okay, this story has two endings. One is full of fear and despair, the other one is full of hope and healing. We don't have enough time, so you're gonna have to choose. Do you want hope or do you want fear? Hope. All right, nice choice. The next day, I flag down his wife, I call her over, I tell her everything. She starts to cry, she's so sorry. She didn't hear because of the air conditioning. He's in a diminished state because of health reasons, and I start to feel the warmth of her humanity and his humanity. I say, look, I just need to know, is he gonna shoot me? She says, no. He's not gonna shoot you. He's not gonna shoot anybody because I'm gonna kill him. The day after that, he comes over to our house. He introduces himself. He gives a blue ribbon apology. He says he's sorry, he doesn't remember what he said, but he believes that he said it, but he doesn't believe those things. He respects me, and he respects me as a neighbor. And then he does the thing that persons like me who take things personally really, really love. He asks me a question. Can you forgive me? I can. I do. Thank you.